What's up, party people? I'll let a couple of y'all get in before I start, going in and shit. Man, I hate this freaking thumbnail, man. I hate this thumbnail. Definitely gonna put a different fucking thumbnail on there. What's up? 1 second, y'all. I'm getting this shit set up, and I'm about to tell you I got some updates. I got some good news. But I got some reality checks. So if you guys are in the chat, just real quick, just say what's up, where you from, what's your deal, just holler at me quick. And if you're new to the channel, then I'll explain the whole story. But well, I'm gonna explain the whole story anyways. But hey, what's up, Barramundi? All right, so this video is called "My Struggles Being on a Person in Recovery on Methadone." So I don't know if you guys watched my video, right? Yo, what up, Brooklyn Brown? What's up? Salute. So, all right, guys, I'm going to break it down for you. So, I have been on methadone now for 1.5 years. I've been clean off all drugs, hard drugs, for 4.5 months now. I had the situation at the methadone clinic where a Ryan Leone fan called my clinic and told them that I was selling my methadone because I had like footage of methadone on my YouTube channel, right? And he said I was selling my methadone on YouTube. So basically what happened, I was getting a week's worth of methadone at a time, right? But this crazy Ryan Leone fan at my clinic, he calls them and tells them I'm selling methadone on YouTube, which is just fucking crazy. So my counselor brings me in the office. He says, we're taking you off your weekly take-homes. I was just about to start a job. Now I have to drive from rural Minnesota to Minneapolis every day, 6 days a week. So I cannot work. My girlfriend had COVID when we first met, so she was out of work for a month. Then, like a couple weeks later, she broke her wrist skateboarding, so she's been out of work. And man, dude, it's testing my recovery so much, you guys, because I feel like I can't provide for her. I feel less than a man, and I just, so many different feelings. So I started tapering down on my methadone, right? Because I figured, fuck, I can't do this. That's so many miles we're putting on our car and so much gas just to get my methadone every day. And a lot of people on methadone struggle with this because you got to go to that clinic every day. And I'm starting from the bottom, you guys. Like, I don't have a car. I don't have a job. I don't have any money saved up. It's a blessing that I met such a wonderful girlfriend. But she's starting to struggle to the point where it's like, we can't even, we gotta get dollar menu shit at Taco Bell because we can barely pay the rent. But anyways, I did get some good news at the clinic today. So despite all that happening, I talked to my counselor today, right? And me and this fucking crazy Ryan Leone fan at the clinic, we had prior beef. I owed him $20 when I was in active addiction, and he threatened to wait outside the clinic and steal my bottles from me, kept threatening me physically, and we almost got into a fight at the clinic. Finally, I just told on his ass because I'm like, listen, bro, I'm on fucking, I'm on papers, so I ain't even gonna fucking sit here and fuck with you and play this back and forth bullshit. Like, I'm gonna just tell on your ass because I ain't going to jail over some fucking loser who is like threatening to steal my bottles over $20. So anyways, he tells on me. The whole methadone clinic finds out about my YouTube channel. I'm sure they're all watching it. I'm sure they're hitting the dislike button, fucking whatever. So they all find out about it, and they got mad because I did a day in the life of the methadone clinic. I went through the front door. You could see the front desk lady's face for a tiny, tiny bit. I never, the nurse's voice and her hands were in the picture. Ooh, big deal. And so they I found out today, they almost kicked me out of the clinic for me posting these methadone. And I had another short where I said, this is why women love methadone. And it looked like a rat video. And there's like methadone, there's like a tower of methadone bottles and like my girlfriend and her cute roommate. So it was kind of like, sound I cracking here. What's that mean? Sound is cracking? Hold on. Cracking here. What's that mean? Sound is cracking. What's that? Okay, hold on. I'll change it like this. Is this better, you guys? Is this better? Yeah, that should be better. Okay. So anyways, if you guys are... Hold on. Oh, yeah, shit. Hey, if you guys want to come on the show, I'm going to share the link, all right? I'm going to share the link in the comments. It's not better? It's not better. Hold on. It's not better. It's not too bad. Anyways, I'm going to just keep telling the story. So, anyways, this fucking weirdo tries to get me in trouble at the clinic. And yeah, if you guys want to join, link below. But he tries to fucking tell on me at the clinic. Whatever. So anyways, I talked to my counselor today. He says, listen, he's like, I looked into the situation. I saw that you actually almost got him kicked out of the clinic. And so he had a motive to want to get you back. So it all started to make sense for him. And I'm like, dude, I know this is a ridiculous story, but I was like, is there any way I can get back on these take homes? Because I literally can't work. I can't work. I don't know if anyone is going through that struggle right now, but man, it's really getting me down because every time I get sober, around the 2-3 month mark, I get all my money back. I get a car and I start doing good. And it's been 4.5 months and I haven't had a job yet. I've been dependent on my girlfriend and it fucking sucks. I feel like a leech, and, so anyways, my counselor investigated this whole thing, and he basically told me the nurses wanted to kick me out of the methadone clinic, and he's fighting to keep me there. But he said we're gonna have to let it die down for a month for me to get my take home. So I'm stuck going to the clinic every day for another month. It's just crazy. So it's just I don't know if I want to even go back to this clinic because they have issues with their UAs. A guy who hasn't drank in 15 years got his take homes taken away because they said he tested positive for alcohol. It's just, there's a lot of it's a newer clinic. They don't know what they're doing. And so yeah, man. And I guess, part of this video is I'm asking for help. If anyone could help, even just $5 or $10, just so I could buy my girlfriend some food this weekend, because she doesn't even have money to pay rent. And I really fucking hate doing this. I really do. I've always been a self-sustaining person. So I'll just ask once. My Cash App info's in the description and the title. I'm just going to ask one time. Not going to ask anymore. But your guys' comments and likes are fine. So don't think I don't appreciate that. I've been a little stressed out lately. That's why I haven't been dropping content, but I got a really good video coming this weekend, you guys. You guys are going to like it. I've been working on editing it, getting it perfect. I got a lot more war stories. I got a lot more informational videos. I got a fentanyl documentary. I got a 1090 Jake documentary, which doesn't really have to do with addiction, but I don't know if you guys know 1090 Jake, end of sentence. He's like a prison YouTuber. I'm going to start diving a little bit into that stuff too. You know, because prison's a part of my story, and I like covering stuff like that. So yeah, I got a 1090 Jake mini documentary coming soon. I got a fentanyl documentary, a new one, because the first one I made was I could do a lot better than that. So, but yeah, man, just going through the struggles of a methadone patient, man, having to go to that clinic. I used to be on 200 milligram. Hold on, Cameron, I gotta pin that comment. I've never heard of that at all. Okay. I used to be on 200. Cameron says, I used to be on 200 milligrams of injectable methadone a day. Didn't sleep for 19 days coming off. Best of luck, buddy. Yeah, bro, I've come off that shit cold turkey in the county. Dude, I was right there with you, bro. Believe me, I know how bad it is. Yo, thanks, Brooklyn. I appreciate that, buddy. But yeah, man, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you guys, and like I'm gonna be so happy when I get monetized because like I fucking love YouTube. I love making content, love making stories, and like I would love to be able to make a little side income. You know, I don't do it for the money. I do it because I enjoy making videos. I love editing. I've been a video editor since I was like 14 because I was a skateboarder and snowboarder, and I edited a lot of skateboarding videos when I was younger. But yeah, I just love doing it, and you know, it's been really tough, you guys. Just not even the fact of not having the money. It's more the mental aspect. Like I feel like less of a man. I feel like I can't, you know, my girlfriend's taking care of me. Like, dude, I'm 32. Like, I shouldn't have a woman taking care of me. And now, like, we have enough to like pay rent and like eat Taco Bell every day. Like that's kind of for the rest of the month. So you guys could throw a donation. I'll definitely shout you out on the channel. On multiple episodes. Shit, you give me fucking $10, I'll shout you out on multiple episodes. It would really help, but I fucking hate shilling like this. I feel like a panhandler doing this shit. But my uncle so I'm a landscaper by trade, and my uncle is gonna have me do his retaining wall in his backyard, and he's gonna pay me a couple grand. But that's not until like a week and a half. So you know, things are going good. I'm happy that my counselor finally realized I was telling the truth, because there's nothing worse than when you're sober, you're telling the truth, and someone is pointing at you like you're a fucking liar, you're a piece of shit. And for him to finally say like, yeah, like I kind of realized you actually were telling the truth. Now I'm like, well, yeah, dude. Like, do I look like I'm fucking getting high? Come on, bro. He asked about my track mark. I'm like, dude, that track mark ain't ever going away. Look how bad. Look at that track mark. That thing juicy. That thing juicy. That thing juicy. He looked at that bitch like, boy, you still getting high or what? I was like, dude, fuck, I almost wish, just because I'm so like depressed lately from like not working, just sitting around. And you know, my girlfriend's finally back at work after breaking her. She broke her wrist skateboarding in the kitchen. We made a little skateboarding video on the channel, and then she broke her wrist literally the next day. And she had COVID before that. Cash App doesn't work internationally. I got PayPal too, bro, but dude, if it's too big of a deal, don't worry about it, bro. But I do have PayPal, paypal.me/lukegtv, or Cash App is lukegtv too. So, but like I said, guys, I hate shilling. I feel helpless because it's like, I've asked my grandmother, and my family is giving me money here and there, but it's like the last time I asked my grandmother, she was just like, she's like, you gotta stop asking me for money. And it made me feel like such a shell of a person, dude. It just like, I don't know if you guys can relate with that. Because when you're using, it's like, there's no shame. I never felt any of that. But now it's like when you feel every emotion and you're really like, you're having to deal with your problems without just being obliterated every day. Like, you really, like, shit wears on you, man. Like, not working and freaking just kind of, like, skating by. And, like, I love doing YouTube videos, man. Like, that's why, yeah, I got to get back on my YouTube game. But part of the reason I haven't been able to do that is because my YouTube studio is out in the country at my girlfriend's house, and I've been having to stay in the city at my dad's, because I got to go to this clinic every day. Otherwise, I got to drive her to work. And take in mind, this is an hour outside from my clinic. Drive her to work, drive to the clinic, go back to her house, go back to pick her up, and then go back to her house. Like, it's like an unrealistic amount of bullshit I have to do right now because of me losing my take-home doses at the clinic. It's like a nightmare. It really is. And it's been, and like I said, I was ready to work. I was ready to go. And this fucking asshole, this psycho ass Ryan Leone fan. That's why I got to start watching what I post, because my channel's getting bigger and I'm getting more notoriety. And there's fucking just crazy motherfuckers out there that are just willing to fucking fuck your life over, dude. And it just sucks, you know? And so I don't know, man. It's just, I'm doing good. I got a good spirit today, but like, man, the past like week, I've been really depressed, you guys. I really have been. And then there's been issues between me and my girlfriend in the relationship. And part of that's my low self-esteem from not working, not being the man of the house. I'm used to making the money in the house. Like, I'm a construction worker. I make good money when I work, you know, but this fucking liquid handcuffs, methadone, has literally, it controls my life, like almost worse than drugs. Like, the amount of time I'm having to spend going back and forth, all here and there, and then they can just take it. Like, they can take my take-homes in the snap of a finger because some crackhead claims I'm selling them when they had no fucking proof that I was. It's crazy. But, hey, you know what, though? I'm happy my counselor actually realized I was telling the truth today. That made me feel good. If anything, it still didn't get me my take-homes back, but at least he's on the same page and he realizes what happened, you know? So I'm thinking we were going to try and get my take-homes back maybe like next week. But even I said, I was like, dude, because one of these nurses fucking hates me there, because when I was using, I would be in and out of jail all the time. And like in Minneapolis, you can get methadone in jail if you're already on methadone before you were locked up. So, like, I got, like, 3 probation violations, and every time the jail would call my methadone clinic. So these nurses knew I was going in and out of jail. And one time I came back from jail, and this nurse was just like, she's like, you just walk in here straight out of jail thinking you're entitled to this methadone? You should be lucky. You should be lucky. And I was like, I looked at her, and I was like, first of all, I was like, you're a nurse. So you're not my counselor. You're not my daddy. You're not my fucking PO. So miss me with the you should do this, you should do that, blah, blah, blah bullshit. Okay? Methadone is harm reduction. It's not we're going to micromanage your life. It's not we're going to shame you for going to jail. It's pour the liquid methadone in the fucking cup, shut your mouth, and move on with the day. But she wanted to take it an extra mile, because here's the deal. I was in jail and they were tapering me down on methadone, right? They got me down to 10 milligrams. And she wanted to start me at 10 milligrams. And I'm like, yo, listen, the minimum dose is 25 milligrams. You're not going to start me at 10 milligrams. No one gets started at 10 milligrams. And she got this whole attitude. And so she's hated me ever since then, because she's a miserable fucking bitch. And these are the type of fucking people you got to deal with that are going to ruin your fucking life. For real. For real, man. And it fucking angers me. And it's at the point where these people have taken my freedom, so I can't even work now. I'm dependent. I have a YouTube channel, but it's not monetized, so I don't make any money off YouTube. And that's why I'm asking for your guys' help today. If you can, great. If you can't, whatever. But if you happen to be able to spare like $5 or $10 or whatever, I'll definitely mention your name in the comments. Definitely mention your name in upcoming episodes, upcoming live streams. Like, it is greatly appreciated, because me and my girl are struggling just to eat right now. Like, literally, we are like living on the fringes. So, but yeah, man, it's crazy how these people fucking can ruin your life. But I'm gonna read a comment one quick by Evo. Evo X14 said, "I'm on subs right now for 2 years. I want to taper off eventually, but it's a crutch for sure. I'm afraid to relapse. However, I'd rather be on subs than methadone. Fuck that, I will never go on it again." Yeah, Evo, you've been on subs for 2 years. The question you got to ask yourself is, like, how stable are you in life? Like, how, like, do you have triggers? Like, are you even, like, rubbing elbows with people who are getting high still? Like, do you have access to it? There's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself. Like, you got to ask yourself how vulnerable you are to relapse. And that should dictate whether you want to start tapering, how fast you want to taper, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm going to tell you one thing, man, just from experience of being on methadone multiple times and being on Suboxone multiple times, like, and then being sober with no Suboxone or methadone, like, it's going to be a battle coming off methadone and Suboxone. But, like, once you finally, like, your brain finally heals itself and it repairs itself, like, dude, quality of life is so much better without Suboxone or methadone, you guys. I cannot stress that enough. Like, I 100% advocate for Suboxone and methadone. But I'm telling you, when, like, you really, like, work hard and taper off that shit and let your brain finally heal, because until you get off methadone or Suboxone, like, the healing process has not begun yet. Maybe Suboxone a little bit, the healing process starts, but because it's a partial opiate, but your brain isn't healing. You're neurologically, you're not learning your lesson. You're not learning your lesson until you actually start getting off these things. And because, like, the bottom line for me and for a lot of people I've talked to, like, your life, it becomes more manageable on these maintenance drugs, but, like, your quality of life isn't going to be that great either. It's like you're kind of in this middle zone. It's like you never feel too shitty, but you never feel too good. You're kind of like in the middle. It fucking robs you of your soul, man. It does. I'm going to fucking be point blank. I mean, do I have good moments? Yeah, I do. But, like, music isn't enjoyable to me. My creativeness isn't as on point. Like, it numbs a lot of things, and not even just your feelings, just like creativity, like music, like simple things like sex. I mean, don't get me wrong, my girl loves that methadone dick, but that's a different story for a different episode. But it's just, there's no free passes. You don't just get to, if that makes sense. Like, you guys, the goal should be to get off these maintenance drugs. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're a real deal opioid addict, you are going to have to remove yourself from the drug world. You're going to have to remove yourself from people, places, and things. You're going to need to, like, really have it in your mind, like, I don't want to do this shit. You're going to really just have to be, like, stable, responsible, and then start a slow taper. Go as slow as you need to go, or if you want to go a little faster, go a little faster. But the bottom line is you got to be stable. You got to be, like, mature. You got to be like in a good place. Like you gotta have left that life behind. Like if you're still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you might as well just stay on the subs. If you're still dibble dabbling and you know people who are doing dope, you know people who are doing this, doing that, you know, it's you're gonna just be back in that revolving door, because opioid addict is probably one of the most troubled addicts out of any drug. And I know for a fact opioids are the most difficult, bar none, drug to overcome. And that's not even up for debate. Sorry, I'm spitting, but it's just not even up for debate. It's there's so many aspects of why it is just so fucking terrifyingly difficult. Like the length of withdrawal time, the post-acute withdrawals that last months and months and months before you even feel a semblance of like normalcy or happiness or pleasure from just going outside and feeling the fresh air or listening to music, or just like when you're coming off that shit, it's like, dude, these maintenance drugs are so destructive of your natural dopamine and your opioid receptors. It's fucking crazy. And it's gonna take, I mean, if you've been on subs or methadone for a while, it's gonna take like 2 years for it to fully repair. Well, I shouldn't say that. It really depends. It depends how healthy you are. If you're working out, exercising, taking vitamins, it can be a lot quicker. And usually that's what I do. I love working out. I love supplements. I love health. That's a big part of my recovery. It's a big part of my life. But, one of these authors, who is that poem, or no, who was the guy who wrote the book Junkie? Well, I'll look it up right now. He was an author in the 1950s. Heroin addicts. I'll look it up. I can't believe I can't think of his name. It's from all the frickin' drugs and speedballs I've done. William S. Burroughs. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a little lesson. I moved from New York to California to get away from heroin and pills. Ha! Brooklyn Brown, are you joking, right? Brooklyn, this must be a joke. No, it wasn't Bukowski. It was William S. Burroughs. Brooklyn, California, I'm not even going to get into it because I don't want to trigger you, dude, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to move away to get away from the pills and you're going to California, bro, I don't know what you're thinking. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Brooke Amber, you were a pill addict. What kind of pills were you addicted to, Brooke? But what I was about to tell you guys, very interesting fact, or maybe not so much of a fact, but a theory from William S. Burroughs. He was a 1950s heroin addict, author. He wrote a lot of cult classic books, if you will. And but one of his theories is that going through opioid withdrawal, although painful, was beneficial to the body. He claimed it basically like eradicated old cells and new cells are born. And in a sense, that actually really, really makes sense, because here's why. So I remember the last time I got sober when I was in Florida, and I went cold turkey, no subs, no methadone, no nothing. And it was miserable for a while, but like when I started working out and like doing intermittent fasting and just getting healthy, it was like my body grew back healthier than it's ever been. And I think part of William S. Burroughs' theory is actually correct. I think going through withdrawal, it can be beneficial if you're like doing it healthy and you're like, rebuilding yourself with nutrients, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't want to get too far on that. I didn't know of anyone. I needed to get sober. I didn't know anyone. I need to get sober. Best decision of my life. Well, shit, good for you, bro. If that move helped you, then more power to you, bro. That's good. JV says, you know anything about landscape lighting? Yes, I do. I've been a landscaper for over 10 years. I do paver patios, retaining walls, rock walls, lighting, fireplaces, stonework. Intermittent fasting, you guys, is great. It will literally change the chemistry of your body. I'm trying to get into fasting, actually. I want to do a 48-hour fast. But I got to find the right time to do it. But I intermittent fast every day. What do I think about Kratom? Here's what I'll say about Kratom. And Kratom is different for everybody. But for me, when I was in Florida, I was a year and a half clean. I went to a kava bar, which is a drink. They make these drinks that have kratom and kava. And honestly, from a perspective like that, it triggered the fuck out of me to want to do heroin or fentanyl or whatever. So in that sense, I think it's a terrible idea. If you're like coming off dope or like Suboxone and you're using it as a way to taper off, I think it could be used in a good way. But if you've been clean for multiple years, I would not do kratom recreationally. Absolutely not. Because it's going to like start stroking your fucking, the dick of your opioid receptors. And you're going to, for me, it made me like, I got frustrated and I just wanted real fucking dope. You know, so in that sense, if you're off opiates completely, I would not fucking even touch kratom, but as a, stepping stone from like subs or dope or methadone, whatever, gets the Luke G stamp of approval. On 55th, I put that on 55th Street, cuz. You find me? You find me? On Hood. What is the best method to measure the voltage on a line for balancing a lighting system? Bro, that's a different topic for a different day. Sorry, bro. Sorry. I'm trying to look. Yeah, I'd be using it as a taper from subs. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Brooke. You find me? But yeah, man. So that's my point is like, dude, I think with Suboxone, there's a lot less chance of them being able to ruin my fucking life, which just happened from them taking me off my take-homes. And on top of it, I only got to go to a Suboxone doctor once a month. Whereas I was having to go to the clinic once a week. Now I got to go 6 days a week. Fucking crazy, dude. Crazy. Insane. It ruined my life. Or it ruined my summer. Like, I may not even be able to work this whole summer. So I might just have to start grinding on YouTube so I can get monetized. And even then, I'm not going to even make hardly any money when I'm at first when I'm monetized. I'm going to just have to start fucking, like, hustling on YouTube. Like, I have so much content in my head, you guys. I know I could make a fucking successful YouTube channel. It's just, I got to be more consistent. And I got a really nice YouTube studio at my girl's house now. So, but yeah, I got a video that's going to be dropping this weekend. Possibly 2. Yeah, going to the hood every day. It's just, it's like I'm fucking hooked on drugs. That's what they call it, liquid handcuffs. It's like the amount of driving and effort I got to put in just to stay well on this methadone. And that's why I'm down to 70 milligrams now, because I was on 120 originally. I'm starting to feel mild withdrawal symptoms too, but I gotta fucking, I can't be controlled like this, man. And it's putting a strain on me and my girl's relationship. The money thing's been a strain on our relationship. And it's just like, I'm at a point, you guys, where it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, because I can't work. I can't do like, I'm stuck. And like, I've been trying to voice this to my girlfriend. And then it's like, you know, when she wasn't working, we were both around each other every day. That was putting a strain on our relationship. Me not working, making me depressed, strain on the relationship. And it's just, oh, I don't know if this is a test in my recovery or what, but, you know, it's just, I've seen this episode before when Ryan Leone did it. Cool story, bro. Oh, so Ryan Leone did an episode where he owed someone $20 and they threatened to wait outside the methadone clinic and beat him up. And then 5 months later, he saw his YouTube video of a methadone bottle and then called his methadone clinic and said he was selling his methadone, and then he got his take-homes taken away. Oh, Ryan Leone did that story? Oh, nice. Oh, cool, bro. I didn't know he did that story. Which episode is that, bro? Mike? All right, you geriatric fuck. Yeah, Ryan inspired me for sure, dude. And, dude, and every form of art, you guys, or creativity is inspired in some way. So I get these Ryan Leone fucking wannabe things, and it's just like, dude, like, whatever, bruh. Like, I do it because I love it, and Ryan was a huge inspiration to me, dude. Like, he told me that, like, I could have a voice as a junkie, and, like, you know, like, and, like, I can have pride in it, and I can be, like, you know what I mean, and I can be creative, and I can be original, and I can be whatever, you know. What's up, John Wolf? Yeah. You feel me? I told him since Ryan Leone died, I have to start listening to this guy. Yeah, rest in peace, Ryan Leone. Fly high, bro. Thanks for coming on the channel, John. I did a video on yours not too long ago, man. I'm telling everyone basically. Okay, I'll condense it so since there's some more people in here. So I had some issues at my clinic. There was a crazy Ryan Leone fan who called the clinic saying I was selling my bottles because I had a video of my methadone bottles on YouTube. He got my take-homes taken away. I went there today. My counselor said, okay, I kind of understand the story now. So he believes me now, but I'm still not on my take-homes. I'm fucking depressed as fuck because I can't work. I'm a carpenter by trade, mostly landscaping, but any construction, concrete, carpentry, landscaping, I do it. I love to. It's not that I'm lazy. It's not. I fucking literally can't work because I got to drive to the clinic 6 days a week from Buffalo, man. And it's crazy, man. So if any of you guys could help, I would greatly appreciate it. I hate asking for money and shit. Cash App, lukegtv, paypal.me/lukegtv, or email me at geraldluke@gmail.com. Boom. But yeah, man, fucking, and I feel like a fucking panhandler asking for money, man. I really do. But it's gotten to the point where, like I said, I'm 4.5 months clean, and like I was finally able to get a job because I got these take homes, and then that dude fucking called in and got my take homes taken. So now I can't work. It's just it's the depression is the worst part. It's not even the not having money. It's like I just like to stay busy and doing shit, you know, moving around, and we need more crazy dope fiend stories, bro. I got dude. I got some in the works, bro. I got one coming Sunday. You guys are gonna like. I got a 1090 Jake documentary that's coming soon. That's gonna probably be a while because it's a lot of editing for that one. 1090 Jake interview coming, or 1090 Jake documentary. I got some speedball stories. I got some fucking Xanax stories, like from my early days. Drug dealing stories, drug deals gone wrong, weed selling stories, ripping off dope dealers, Mexicans, blacks. We got it. We got everyone in this bitch. We ain't discriminating here on lukegtv. We don't discriminate. I got some interviews coming too. That's more. I want to get more. If any of you guys want to do an interview on my channel, geraldluke@gmail.com, please email me. I want more interviews. I have an in-person interview that's been trying to get scheduled for the last 2 weeks, but he works a lot and it's hard to get a hold of him. He's this little crazy fucking country kid I know who's like a dope fiend. His mom was a prostitute, so he's got a crazy story. I got this OnlyFans chick that wants to do an interview from Minnesota. So I got some interviews coming. I got some more war stories coming. Obviously the live streams, I'll keep doing those from time to time. But yeah, if you guys want me to tell you a story, I could tell. Let me think of a story I could tell you guys. Okay, I've told this story. I'll tell a methadone clinic story. Why not? Because that's the topic, right? So, all right. So this is my second DUI, right? Like the doc style vids a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing those doc style vids. Thanks, Brooke. Hey, Brooke. By the way, thank you for always commenting and liking my videos. I really appreciate that. Actually, it really helps a lot. And just yeah. But anyways, some of you guys may have told this story, but it kind of is. Did you guys hear the weed bust story? So I did the weed bust story, and I just did it in like a live stream format. I'm gonna actually make an edited version of that, and like with pictures and with like an edited version of that. So basically, so here it is. So basically, I get busted for the weed, right? Me and my stripper girlfriend break up. I go to treatment, blah 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 blah, and somehow or another, I'm on methadone. I move back to my dad's house. I meet this girl who got an inheritance from her family, right? And this will turn into a methadone story. Just listen. So I meet a girl who she got a $3.4 million inheritance, right? Her ex-boyfriend overdosed and died at her house like a month before we got together. Crazy, right? But anyways, she has crazy money. And I mean, to this day, I've never had a habit like I had when I was with this girl, because we were max withdrawing her max limit every day from the ATM, $800. We'd get like $400, $500 worth of heroin a day, and then like $200-$300 worth of crack every day, every single day. I'm okay, not every single day, but you know what I mean. A lot. Like we were smoking, just balls to the wall, drinking, crack smoking. Meth wasn't that big yet. It wasn't as common as it is now. So crack was still a lot more prevalent. So anyways, we're doing that all wintertime, right? And take in mind, I have evaded probation at this point. I'd already been charged for the weed I got caught with in the mail. I'm evading probation. I've had a warrant out for months, right? Take in mind, the kid overdosed and died at her house. So Minnetonka police is watching this girl's house, like intently watching. Okay, so one day I go to the methadone clinic. She doses. I dose. I'm in the parking lot. She had to talk to her counselor. So I'm talking to this like Jamaican dude in the parking lot, and he had a bunch of Xanax bars. I'm like, shit, how many you got? I was like, I'll buy all of them. So he sold me like 15 Xanax bars or something like that. So whatever, we're talking, smoking a cigarette. She comes out, we go in the car, and I'm like, hey, I got a surprise for you. She's like, what? I was like, Xanax. And she was really happy because we were like trying to quit dope at the time. And so yeah, whatever. I took 3 bars instantly. And I was on 100 milligrams of methadone at the time. So I didn't really realize how much, like when you're on methadone and like mixing it with bars, it actually like, it fucks you up kind of a lot more, I think. Because like 3 bars is a lot, but like I feel like it's not enough to get as fucked up as I did and what eventually ended up happening. So we were in Northeast Minneapolis, was our old methadone clinic, and we had to drive back to Minnetonka, which is like a 30-minute drive. So I drove the car that day for whatever reason, and I'm driving, feeling good off the Xannies, and we get close to her house. And in Minnesota, we have these things called Caribou Coffee. It's like Starbucks, except it's like a little, caribou, like a deer logo, and they actually have really good iced frappes and stuff like that. I actually like it better than Starbucks, honestly. I think they got them in Chicago too. But anyways, we really wanted caribou because that kind of shit tastes real bomb when you're on bars. Like a little nice little frappuccino with some whipped cream and caramel and all that bullshit in there. So we pull up to the window, whatever, and the bars keep kicking in more and more and more. We get our first order, and I spill one of the drinks in there. So I'm like, hey, I spilled it by accident. Can we get another one? Yeah, sure, whatever. Get another one. Pull into the parking lot. Fucking as soon as we pull out of the drive-thru, I kid you not, 7 fucking cop cars, Minnetonka Police, West Metro Task Force, Drug Task Force, blah, blah, blah. They surround the car, and I'm like, what the what's going on? Cop comes up to the car. He says, get out of the car right away. I'm like, why? He's like, get out of the car. And I was like, what? And he's like, have you been drinking or using drugs? Or no, he didn't say, are you using drugs? He's like, have you been drinking? And I was like, no, absolutely not. Blew in the breathalyzer, blew zeros. And I'm like, see, I told you. And he's like, well, we're still bringing you to the hospital. I'm like, hospital? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, you got a warrant for your arrest, Mr. Gerald. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. And I didn't start panicking right then and there because, like I said, I was still on 3 bars, so I was real relaxed. I had no idea the gravity of the situation. And if you guys have seen my methadone cold turkey detox video, this story right now is the precursor to that. So you guys are hearing like the raw, uncut story version of that story right now. I'm going to release that story eventually in like an edited good version, but you guys are hearing it first, so you know what I mean? Wishing you the best from Mogadishu, Somalia. Oh yeah, Minnesota's like little Mogadishu, right? Minnesota has the highest Somalian population in the United States. So yeah, guys, I got. Don't worry, I'm not abandoning the channel. I got new content coming Sunday. I got interviews coming. I got a 1090 Jake documentary. I got fentanyl documentaries all coming in the works. If you guys like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please, you guys, if you could, I have not been able to work because of my methadone situation and having to go there every day. If you could just send me $5 or $10 on Cash App, just so me and my girlfriend could eat a decent meal, and I won't feel like a piece of crap, I would appreciate it. If you can't, that's fine too. My Cash App is lukegtv, one word. My PayPal is paypal.me/lukegtv. Thank you guys for all the support. I love all my subscribers. You guys are the shit. Don't fucking not have pride because you're a drug addict. Fucking wear that shit like a badge and fucking go kick the world's ass today, you guys. I love you guys. Keep rocking. Stay safe. Stay clean. Stay blessed. And please stay free. Stay out them jails, them penitentiaries. Stay out them methadone clinics if you don't have to. But if you do, just go to the methadone clinic. So with that, I salute you guys. I appreciate the support. If you do decide to donate some money to me, the channel, whatever you want to call it, I will shout your name out on multiple episodes. We can have some one-on-one talk, anything, whatever you want, man. I'd appreciate it. But like always, thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for liking the video, the support. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that shit and have a great, wonderful, safe Friday, you guys. I love y'all. Peace.